back these fights! They take it all! Here comes the Crow's Storm! Knockback, instant combo, person! What? This people, oh my god! Claps! Everybody! You know the story, you know the legend!
And we're back here to wrap up the last day of Week 3 in Summer Split, and it has been filled with a bunch of L's and W's, let's say. So I want us to take a look, Jack and Otto, to what we've seen so far in the week and attribute some wins or some loses to some statements. Are you okay? I want to give you some props
Okay.
for this, okay? Because, of course, if it's a W, you'll pull the W, but if it's an L,
What?
you will pull yourself.
What the Shelly? Hey, show me
You
yours.
know what it is.
Show me yours.
You're used to
Oh
it.
my god.
You look the same.
Yeah.
Disgusted.
Same face
I'm
in
kind of
defeat.
scared, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, my facial
yeah.
expressions go
Some
all the
statements
way.
have been spooky here this week. Let's queue up the first one because Nuke commits to the bit and goes monkey mode on Summoner's Rift. Bit of a recap here. A lot of banter between him and Poby last week ahead of their game. And he committed to the bit. He's now new monkey on Summoner's Rift. So is that an L or is that a dub in chat?
I mean, for sure it feels at first like an L, right? He tries to crack off the new player from the LEC, and then he ends up getting completely stomped. But then it's kind of a W because he goes through with it, and
Yeah.
he just kind of takes it on the chin. And I played with him in solo queue and he completely carried me. So W for me.
Yeah,
you
that's an
LP.
L for me. It's just you pick up on the new kid and it backfires miserably. You kind of need to deserve it. So it's an L in my book.
It's an L
Nuke.
here? All right. The next one is Zeph in an interview with Ilias Marshoud. He said that G2 and KC, I don't see any other teams for now. Are these the only teams that should be acknowledged in the league? Is that a dub or is that an L?
Maybe
G2
yesterday
and
I'd
KC.
say L, but after Fnatic, ooh, that's a W, I think.
All
W
right.
for me.
Yeah, he's not wrong. That's a W for me.
MKOI.
Well,
Not for now, maybe.
okay, so it's a W in the sense that I feel like they're doing the mind
Okay.
games thing again, as usual.
Okay.
So.
All right. The next one we have
But
comes.
it's G2, like,
Yeah?
G2, KC, and MKOI, no?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they count themselves in.
Yeah,
But yeah, I just
so-
wanted to have your take on like
Okay,
if
okay.
they're
'Cause
on top
otherwise
3
I don't
as well. A former Fnatic player actually
Vivian.
had some strong words yesterday. I want to say that
He
this
said
was
before the game,
it was
honestly.
before
It
the
was
game.
before.
It was at the beginning of the game. That aged like milk.
For me, that's a big W. That's the most W cope I have ever seen. You know, it's just you're invoking unreal levels of cope to try and win against G2, and it just backfires miserably.
Oh
You
my
know,
God.
but it's still nice try.
I think that's L for me, bro. That's too much glaze. Like, how can you say Poby Zorks? So Poby Zorks?
Okay, that's an L. That's an L. Poby Zorg, it just doesn't work.
They
All right.
don't
And
have that synergy.
another person who might have gotten an L yesterday is Yonkos, but the hype
W Foundation, the
and the
studio is still
despair.
standing, yeah?
Yeah. No, for me it's the mental crumble that you can actually see happening on the screen. I call that a W.
I mean,
Okay.
for me, it was a
For
W.
content.
Hearing Janko screaming while you were casting, that's a
You were
W.
there, yeah.
Yeah, that was a W.
That's a W.
All right.
Oh, goodness.
Next one we have also comes from MKOI, and he says, Melzet, the LEC is a 4-team competition. Kind of following up on what Zeph said as
Kinda,
well.
I feel like I have to say the opposite now because I said that was W. So now I have
Yeah.
to say this L. I mean, just Fnatic
Fnatic,
was really
no.
disappointing. Maybe G2 is just that good. It's kind of hard to say, right? With the format, we haven't seen them up against the other top teams. But I don't know, Fnatic is hard to...
Yeah, I mean, it hits the nail on the head because I feel like it's still, like, for me, it's a W because I think he is right, but at the same time, it's a little bit of an L because I would want, you know, more teams to break into that top
flip-flop.
4 and make it a little bit more exciting.
Yeah.
Do we count them out after what happened yesterday?
We don't count them out.
You
but
never count Fnatic
Still.
out.
Yeah.
Out.
Off
Yeah.
the Rift for now
the Rift.
you
until
can
next
also
week.
maybe never trust them.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's the thing. Past regular season, but we'll see that. We won't see them actually again this split. They've played all their games. About Vitality, they smashed Navi yesterday,
great.
and they did it with confidence. So you may be wondering, during a game like this, they should be locked in. They should be the communication should be crisp, right? Let's take a listen.
And over the wall, I'm MJ in his prime. I
Oh,
wasted my nights. You turned down the lights. I'm stuck in that time. I'm out
Oh
of
my God.
people trying to go.
That's a W.
home.
That's
That's
a
a
mega
mega
game.
This must be so
dub.
boring
That's
for
an
the fans. We
L.
need to speed
He
it up.
sings even worse than me.
Let's go, let's
Yeah,
go.
you're really bad.
Bomba, 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 boom.
Singing in
Rice.
game is W.
Michael Jordan.
Okay,
Rise
so
no
W
flash.
sound effects,
Rise no
W
flash,
sound
rise no
effects from
flash.
Karzi.
I go bro, I go bro.
You've ever had communication like this?
Michael Jordan, look,
Or
look.
is it just like a
Had something like
Karzi
this.
in your team level?
I don't think anything on Karzi
Let-
level.
let
I don't
go.
think I've actually.
Please let me. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
actually no. I've had something
Yeah,
similar.
I
to
think we
Karzi,
should
yeah.
end.
Alright.
No, it's kinda
Oh no,
boring.
you coach the rats, other rats like this.
Oh, depends on our days. On the good
Alright.
days, you know, everyone's jolly a little bit. He reminds me of Kasing a bit. Karzi has this Kasing vibes where when I was playing with him, he was always super jolly and screaming a lot.
Really?
But honestly, no one gets to the Karzi's levels. Like, yeah,
Karzi's-
Depends on the mood. They were winning. They were smashing Navi. Maybe it's gonna be like this today as well. We'll see that later. But for now, Wadid gave heads up that Faker is watching LEC. Maybe a weak watch right now. Is that a good thing?
That's a W. That's a W for LEC. W
That's not
for
a
us.
W for him though. The
Hey,
unspeakable
hey.
things that he must have seen.
I mean, I don't know. He watched it for entertainment. Maybe he learns a thing or two. I mean, he's watching Poby cheering him on.
I mean, if we're not a great league, you know, it's late night in Korea, I think. I hope. I
It
didn't
is,
get
yeah,
wrong. It's
it's
late
late
night in
night.
Korea, long day at work, you know, you gotta put your feet up on the table, and even the Go needs to watch, you know, a little comedy show.
Who do you think is watching? Because you were saying Poby, of course, former
yeah, so
teammate.
he's watching Fnatic. He's probably watching KC. I would
Yeah.
think he's trying to like watch the top 4 and think about them. I'd be surprised if he's tuning into Vitality versus Navi.
Well,
I mean,
Faker.
maybe,
Come on, don't be like that.
I mean, I
If
don't
you're
know.
with us right now, please let us know. We appreciate you. See you at World. The last one is from Skewmond, who tweeted after the series yesterday, LeBron James superior to Poby Bryant.
Hey,
and I
Poby Bryant
love
goes
the
hard.
pun. I love
Poby
the
Bryant
pun.
goes
Bryant
hard.
is good.
Yeah, yeah.
I really want to see Poby playing Ziggs and then Poby.
Oh, good one.
That's
Good one.
actually a really
Double
good one.
W Jack.
W.
W Jack.
Double W. Yeah, our players are smashing it on and off the rift.
But
I love it.
about off the rift,
Yeah.
there's something happening with Niski over there. What's happening over
Okay,
there?
I'm so happy you mentioned it. Hold on. Because I've been investigating and I have something.
Okay.
Wait. Are you okay?
Yeah, hold on. I'm coming.
What's she singing?
I mean, I don't know. It's just the bloody Niski is just a sub. No, it's not that.
No,
Oh.
hear me out. Because, okay,
Okay, hold up.
I've been investigating because I cannot make sense for the whole thing that this Niski Vladi situation has been. So, beginning of the split, we find out that Niski is joining in KC as a sub. Cool, maybe they have a master plan, maybe they have something in mind. Kalist goes on L'Equipe to an interview saying that it is gonna be a 6-man roster. Vladi and Niski are gonna fight for their spot. So we expect a bit of fire here and there. But then, this is where the plot thickens, because Vladi goes on interview with us, great feed Dracos by the way, I love that on week 1, saying that Niski is not doing anything, not even helping him. I'm starting to get confused here, right? Rhea goes on PGL afterwards and tells us that actually Niski is here to coach a bit Vladi and help him get better at the game. So I'm like, what is this? What is going on? And this is where I started seeing a conspiration here. This is where I think we've been misled, because last week, Vladi, outrage on social media, on his stream, loses it completely. And I'm thinking this has to be staged. They have to be aiming for something, because right now KC is leading, but KC is about to play Vitality. And now, if you're not familiar with the rivalry in France, KC and Vitality don't really go together, and KC will take every chance they can to take Vitality to the ground. We've been seeing Niski as a water boy, but I don't think that's what he is. I think Niski is a double agent sent from KC, joined Vitality, gathered info so that they can smash them today. That's the only thing I see here.
I mean,
That's the only thing that makes sense with
I
this
see
whole
something.
move.
I see a dysfunctional KC that's going up against a Vitality that looks fantastic.
And look what I found today.
What is this?
Niski sneaked in to the Vitality coaching room
Well, this changes everything.
and was gathering all the
He's
strategy he can for his team.
Complete spy behavior, complete rat behavior.
I don't think KC is on the verge of collapse here. I think this was a well-thought plan from KC to begin with, to bring Niski as a spy. Look at him. Look at this rat.
W,
It has to make sense.
W Niski, W Spy. He was there all along to just bait us, thinking about, oh yeah, Carmine Corp, they have all of this drama, they're gonna destabilize. But in reality,
Yeah.
he's here to just, you know, at the end, You know, it's the meme with like nothing personal.
And this is why I think
that's what's happening.
Vitality stand no chance today because they think KC is collapsing. They have them here.
But Vitality is used to this. They already had Niski sabotaging for a whole split. They're not going to get caught off guard now. Come on. They looked fantastic against Na'Vi. And Na'Vi that struggled so much, or an MKOI that struggled so much against Na'Vi, while Vitality just smashed them. Carsey's back. It's beautiful.
You've been coping all splits, and it started in week 1. I brought the receipt. Week 1, you said.
A real hot take is Vitality will be top 4, and not just in their group, in general. They upgraded on support, now they have a real support. Will enable Carsey to play the game. Naknako has been brilliant, Chayek has been brilliant. The plan, the 3-year plan is coming together.
We're swimming in delusion here.
So?
W.
Yeah?
W 3-year plan, W Vitality. They're going to smash it.
Okay, but enough about Vitality. I want to talk a little bit about KC because, well, we're talking about Vitality.
No, talk me through why you think they're good, actually. Has it been enough?
I mean, I think Vitality, they smashed Na'Vi so damn hard. It was nearly a perfect game, that game 2. It just didn't look close. While normally you'd say, like, Na'Vi is really bad. But when they actually played against MKOI, they looked really good. So I actually take a lot from this win and just think that Vitality has so much confidence.
Yesterday you were saying that it was Naknako and Naknako only. Do we think it's a bit more now?
Well, it's a little bit more. Linkas, I think he had a deadless, really good game yesterday into Na'Vi. So I do have signs of life, or I do have a little bit more hope. But talking about hope, I do want to talk about someone who I felt like elevated his champion pool a lot more. And I do think that he is pretty much, for me, a standout because it shows a lot of this growth. Because looking at Targamas, we always saw him as this enchanter player. Back in spring, it felt like we were seeing Targamas at his lowest in terms of comfort zone. He had to play a lot of these melee champions, you know, the Rel, the Alistar, they were staples in the meta. And now I feel like going into Summer Split, what's happening, he's transitioning more into the Enchanters, ranged supports top lane, because I'm always around there. We saw Nautilus one time, but at the same time, we did see a lot of the Lulu and a lot of the Nico, and I feel like these are his best champions so far. So walking into today and for the rest of the split as well, I am expecting Targamas to level up massively because that's where the meta on support is heading.
The Lulu or the Lulu, we'll find out about that later. But I caught up with Targamas actually ahead of the series in the Marriott Bonvoy pre-game check-in.
W.
Dub. Targo, merci beaucoup. We were just discussing your champion pool and how much we feel like it evolved throughout summer from melee champions to ranged champion god. What happened to you?
I mean, I feel like I always was playing those kind of champions before, like I would say years ago, right? But I don't know why this year. I think in winter, it was kind of like the label on me that we're losing every game on range support. I'm not sure why. I think it was just unlucky, honestly, because I used to always play it, right? But I think specifically, like right now, I feel more confident on the Nico compared to spring, where I was maybe a bit late on pinging it. I mean, I was playing it, but I was not like sure if it was good or not, right? But now I feel, for sure, more confident on it.
All right. I'm glad you mentioned Nico because busted champion, or you're just that good on it? The impact you had the previous game was just insane.
I think it's really OP. Like, I mean, I think it's very easy to get good engage, right? Because you have so much tools. Like when you have flash, when you have proto belts, like it's for sure like the easiest support to get like a flashy engage on, like on 4 or 5 people. But of course, you need to be still creative with like the passive as well. There's a lot of usage. And the flanks as well. I think it's something that's maybe I was doing a bit less in the team before because we already have like Kana that always flanks, so it's not easy to. You can't really have always like 3 people on flank. But yeah, we are trying different stuff.
Thinking about KC and what is next to come, if you guys win today against Vitality, you lock in first. We keep on hearing on social media and everywhere that you guys are one best of 5 away from locking well. So how are you managing expectations, actually, making sure that you don't get carried away? Because one best of 5 is super close, but yet so far.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. I think it was also similar in spring, where it was not one best of 5, but 2 best of 5 to qualify to Messiah. And we, in the end, we never really, like, we didn't make it, right? So for sure, we don't want to have the same thing happen again, where we are like in touching distance of qualifying, and then we just fall short at the end. So yeah, we're just gonna make sure this time we actually qualify.
All right. So focusing a bit on today, one player that you have to be careful about in Vitality.
I mean, I think Nako is probably the highlight for Vitality. Like, at least in spring, it looks like he was always very stable in the game compared to his team. And yeah, I think mostly him.
All right, eyes on Nak. Let's see how it goes. Merci beaucoup. Thank you so much.